I'm going to do a quick video on swaging the primer pocket holes. So just real quick here, I'll probably forget something, but I've got some brass here, about 150 pieces of brass here. I've already done a few of them, but from this jar that I had labeled trimmed, unsized, and need swaging. So I've trimmed these to length. The length of the brass needs to be somewhere between 1.358 and 1.368 inches. So I notice I trimmed them. Here, let's take a look. I trimmed them at 1.360, or at least this one is. And I did check a few others. They're really close to that. Not that critical as long as it's under the max length, so they will chamber is important. But there's that. So I'm just going to do some swaging. Now, swaging is important, especially with 223 brass, which this is made from. Or I should say technically 556 brass because of the crimping, the NATO crimping. They crimp the primer in, and when you pop that primer out, let me just show you here. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little bit of a crimp around there. And I need to get that out because what happens is you put the primers in and they get stuck on that edge. It's a real sharp edge and they don't go in, and you end up losing a primer, which these days is a big deal because they're at least 9 cents a piece, and that adds up. And so what I have here now is, this is the primer pocket swager tool, and the one I have right here is the large pocket hole, primer pocket hole, and here's the plunger for that. This is what holds it down. But in this unit, I've got the small post, and then the small swager. Now, if you can see, I'm not sure how to show this, but it's got a little bevel there, and that'll press that crimp out of there. And sometimes it takes a little trial and error to get it just right. I don't want to overdo it and make the hole too big. Obviously, you don't want a primer that's gonna pop out or not make a good seal. So anyways, it's a reason for doing this. Put this back in here, and let me just run a few. Like I said, I've already ran some, so I know I got it set to where I like it. And I know that the primers insert well. Which is my goal. So, as you can imagine, this would take quite a while to go through 150. But it's all worth it in the end. One of the problems is getting it lined up. Let me try to line up. There it is. You can see that some are tighter than others. Some don't even need, like, okay, this one has a crimp, but you'll run across some that were 223. They're non-NATO. This one has a crimp. Let's see if any of these, this one has a crimp. Here, let me see. Oh, look, crimp. Most of them have crimp. Okay, this one does not have a crimp. Let me, I don't know if you can see that. No crimp. So this one will probably go in real easy. Let's just find out. Yeah, just barely even did anything. But the crimped ones always are kind of tight. Well, anyways, it's not so much a know-how-to video, just kind of showing what I do here. I usually don't do reloading from start to finish. I usually, like I said, will do a step like this, label them so I know what's going on, what I did, because I'll never remember. And then maybe days or weeks or months later, I'll go back to them. And in this case, it's exactly what I'm doing, because I haven't reloaded 300 blackout for a little while, especially because of this stupid pistol brace. ATF sticking their nose in where they're not supposed to. But anyways, it's a fun little hobby. I enjoy it. Thanks for watching.